What's up, everybody? Dominic here from the National Audubon Society. Looks like we're at a bar, but we're actually at the YouTube space. I'm here with...
My name is Heather Rush, and I'm from the Pine Box Rock Shop in Bushwick, Brooklyn, New York.
Today we'll be making Birdy cocktails that you could whip out at your next holiday party. So could you tell us about this drink, Heather?
So this first drink we're making is called a Goldfinch cocktail. It's made with mezcal and yellow chartreuse, two classic cocktail ingredients that might not be in your home bar, so it'll be a great surprise for your guests. And it's a variation on a rusty nail, which is part of the second wave of cocktail culture arising in the 60s and 70s, tied to disco culture.
Fitting that you say disco because the American Goldfinch has a musical call.
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
All right. This cocktail is built in a rocks glass over ice. So the first thing we're going to do is add a nice scoop of ice, each one.
Beautiful.
Crushed or cubed, it doesn't matter. Next, we're going to add a shot of mezcal. If you don't have a jigger at home, that's 1.5 ounces. Or if you're feeling festive, 2 ounces. And we're going to add a square ounce of yellow chartreuse. A squeeze of lemon in each one. Give a little citrus for that cold weather. Another little squeeze. Lemon's going to be really nice with the herbal sweetness of the chartreuse and the smokiness of the mezcal.
I already feel musical.
That's going to soften as your guests enjoy it, and if they choose, they can eat it afterward. I'm a big fan of black licorice.
There's 2 drinks, so what's there left to do, Heather?
Cheers!
Cheers.
I've made a red crossbill cocktail. It's a variation on an old-fashioned, and we're going to be using the bitterness of blood oranges and the sweetness of crystallized ginger.
So fun fact about the red crossbill, they're usually detected by their kip kip calls, and both parents actually feed their young. And at 18 to 20 days, they leave the nest. It took me 18 to 20 years to move out of my house. So it says a lot about these red crossbills.
Should we make the drink?
Let's do it.
Great. So we're going to start by muddling our cocktail in these old-fashioned glasses. These are called old-fashioned glasses because they have a nice, thick bottom of glass to make old-fashions. A note about muddling: when you're muddling your drink, use a glass with a nice, thick bottom so you don't break it with the pressure. First thing, we're going to add 2 slices of blood orange to each glass.
Sure. So 1, 2.
Go ahead and put 2 to 3 wedges of crystallized ginger in here.
Sure.
And now I'm going to show you how to muddle. So the trick to muddling is the flavor in the orange looks like it's in the fruit, but it's actually in the peel. So we're going to take our muddling bat.
Sure.
We're going to take a piece of crystallized ginger and in a grinding, twisting motion against that thick bottom of the glass. You want to go slow at first so you don't splash yourself with this delicious red concoction, especially if you're wearing white to your holiday party. And when you're done, you should have a scary looking mash like that. All right, this cocktail is built instead of mixed, so our next step is to add ice on top of this fruit.
Cool. Will do. Pass that to you.
Perfection.
And another. Perfect.
We're gonna add a pour of your favorite bourbon or rye, but I prefer bourbon.
Is there a reason why bourbon might be better than rye?
For this cocktail, the blood orange is gonna have a little bit more bitterness to it. That's why we're not adding bitters. So I think the sweetness of the bourbon is gonna complement it better. Although some people are very preferential to rye, and there's certainly nothing wrong with adding that. All right, and then we're gonna add some club soda. We don't have to really mix or shake this cocktail. The effervescence of the club soda is gonna do the work for us. Fabulous.
Lovely.
And let's garnish that with some slices of ginger. Gorgeous.
Kip kip. That's good.
That's delicious.
Another fun fact for you, their calls are simple but loud. So, could you tell me a little bit more about this drink that might be simple or may be loud? Is it one of those drinks that, it feels good at first, but then it crawls up on you at the end of the night?
I would say so. This is a rum-based cocktail. Some people are very scared of rum back from their college Bacardi days, but this one is made up with grown-up black spiced rum. It's going to warm you from the inside.
Perfect.
Should we start?
Let's do it.
Great. So we're going to fill these 2 Pokal glasses or footed Pilsner glasses with ice.
To the brim?
Yeah. This is a shaken cocktail, so the ice is going to break down a little bit.
Got it.
Perfect. A shot of black spice rum.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. It's going to be a really nice fall color. And because it's made with almond milk, it's suitable for vegans and vegetarians. All right, I made some cinnamon simple syrup last night. Simple syrup is super easy to make, simple. Equal parts sugar and water, and 4 to 5 sticks of cinnamon. Go ahead and bring it to a boil, cover, and let it steep overnight. You can keep it in the fridge, well chilled for 2 weeks. So for this, we're gonna add ½ an ounce. We're gonna eyeball this. The bottom part of your jigger is a smaller part.
I can smell it now.
Yeah, it's good. This is great stuff to have around. And we're gonna top this cocktail off with some almond milk.
It's good that this drink warms you up because it's so cold outside.
Absolutely. This is the perfect drink after a birding walk. So we're gonna dump this in and give it just a little shake. We don't have to really shake this very hard. We're just giving it a good mix and putting some froth on the top of it.
Sure.
Grab both pieces. Do you want to give it a try?
Let's do it. So I just dump this.
Dump it into the top one.
Cool.
Perfect. We'll keep this handy.
Huh?
Go ahead and put it on there. Give it a little pat.
And go.
Ooh! Just dump that right in there.
Dump that back in here.
Now this is already a beautiful cocktail, but we're going to take it home by grating some nutmeg on top.
It's beginning to look a lot like a Birdy cocktail.
And it smells delicious. Should we try it?
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. This cocktail is a mocktail, and it's a great break for your guests who don't drink and are tired of drinking club soda or soda pop. For this cocktail, I made a nettle cordial at home. It's really easy to make. I have some aquafaba, some raw sugar, and some raspberries and agave nectar.
And could you remind me what the name of this drink is?
This is an anise hummingbird, and it's so named because of its beautiful dark green and red colors.
Awesome. So a little fun fact about the anise hummingbird. During courtship, the male flies mid-air, makes a buzzing song, and then flies higher, and then goes down, but right before it's all the way down and makes this explosive popping noise.
Wow. So this starts with a nettle cordial. I made this overnight. It's a tea-based cordial made with nettle tea, but if nettles are in season, you could certainly get them at the farmer's market and make it from the plant itself. So a really easy way to measure this cocktail out is to pour our ingredients straight into the glass.
Sure.
And then we're gonna shake them. That beautiful color.
Wow.
Yeah. For this cocktail, we're gonna use aquafaba. There are whole websites devoted to aquafaba, but to keep it simple, this is garbanzo bean water. From a can of garbanzo beans, aquafaba works as an egg replacer. So even though you can't tell now, when you shake this cocktail, it's gonna have a beautiful foamy cap and it separates itself. It's so easy. So we're gonna dump this into our shaking glass. The trick with aquafaba is we're gonna shake it first without ice.
So how long are you supposed to shake it without that ice?
You shake this cocktail for some time to develop that nice foamy cap. I like to sing do-re-mi while I shake it. Also, because this cocktail does not have ice in it, the glass will not contract around the shaker. So we're gonna take our handy bar towel and we're gonna wrap it. So there's no runoff on our pretty glasses.
Of course.
Yeah. So we're gonna shake this until the aquafaba inside turns milky. All right, that's That seems like it's good. Now we're gonna shake it with a little bit of ice to cool it down.
Let's do it.
Add a scoop.
Sure.
All right. We don't have to, we're just cooling this down so we don't have to shake it for too long. Just maybe part of the dough.
Or the Ray me.
Yeah. And then we're gonna strain this into the glass. At first, this cocktail is gonna pour in milky, but you see it almost instantly separates itself.
Wow.
Yeah. I like to sprinkle a little bit of raw sugar on the top to give it a crunch. And we're gonna garnish it with some agave-soaked raspberries.
So we got that nettle tea cordial. We have that aquafaba. We sang do re mi. We have raspberry with some honey and sugar in the raw to dazzle it all up.
Yeah.
Cheers, Heather. Whoa.
Yeah. Yum. Doesn't need any alcohol.
Not at all.
No.
That's it here from the YouTube space. Heather, thank you so much for giving me some cocktail tips that I could whip out at my next holiday party.
It was great being here. Thank you.
If you want to learn more about our friends and the birds that we paid homage to, please visit audubon.org or download our free bird guide app at audubon.org/app.